Hi, I'm Fiona Simon. I'm the CEO of the Australian Hydrogen Council. It was important for me to be able to acknowledge that we've had some difficulties with hydrogen, like there's been announcements made of things not going the way people might have anticipated. But we've also had a lot of really good news. So I wanted to be able to bring that together and say, well, actually, hydrogen is the solution to some of the hardest parts of the energy transition, which means it's going to be hard. And us finding out that it's hard and then taking the next steps is actually quite a positive thing. And so my key message was hold the line, stay the course, because we do need hydrogen, like net zero needs hydrogen. So what we're doing is we're learning and doing, and we're going to get there. I actually think the key takeaways are along that same line of we're finding that it's hard, but it's worth doing, and to hold the line. We're also hearing more and more about hybrids and phases and pathways. And while on the one hand, you don't want that to be an excuse for not doing anything, it's also a way to make sure that at least you've got another step in the process. And so I think we're seeing meaningful steps forward. There was so much announced this morning and it was really exciting, but we need to also put it in the context of actually a really broad program of reform that Australia is undertaking that all supports hydrogen one way or the other. But the really big stuff today was the announcement of our release of our National Hydrogen Strategy, the revised version, which takes us those next steps forward. And then the most exciting part was the partnership being strengthened between Australia and Germany. And in a couple of ways, but for me, the big one was us actually sharing a version of H2 Global between Australia and Germany, which is so exciting. It's been a while coming, and to see it be announced and have it be announced here was fantastic. Hydrogen has this capability to bring together not only industries but sectors, and even for Australia alone, we have so many different governments. We've got 9 governments across the country, and we've got so many of them represented here with their own stands, and we're seeing versions of that from the other countries as well. But we also need the tech. We've got the universities, as you've said, but fundamentally so much of what we need to do with hydrogen is this collaboration between government and industry and tech partners, because the task is significant and it needs to draw on all three. I'm really excited about the future of hydrogen because it's actually the future of hydrogen in a number of ways to help us decarbonise our economies. And so that future is bedding down now. It's green iron to make the green steel that we need. It's green ammonia because we need the fertiliser that's made from ammonia to keep half the world alive. It's in the industrial uses, the industrial heating, the things we can't do with electricity. It's in the long-term storage where you have a Dunkelflaut that means that we might need to draw on other forms of energy when the wind isn't blowing and the sun isn't shining. Hydrogen has these multiple purposes. The future of hydrogen is finding our way through, getting those things to scale, getting them commercial so that we can actually decarbonise. People need to come to this event overall, whether it's listening to the speakers in the summit or whether it's just being around the exhibition, to get a sense of what we're doing here, to meet people in this space, to have the right conversations, because we have a lot to do. But this is where it's being done.